first grade friends, Mrs. Snyder here with you again. I'm so excited to be joining you for our lesson today. Now last week you learned a new song with Mrs. Zingone. Do you remember what song you were learning last week? That's right, Engine, Engine number 9. And what is this song about? Do you remember what it's about? Of course, a train. Our song Engine, Engine number 9 is about a train. So I would like to see if we can remember some of that song, and we're gonna move around the room like a train. So some ideas for train motions for you if you're not sure. We can always move our arms like this. Chugga, 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 chugga. When you're ready to blow your train whistle, choo, choo, you can pull down with your arm like that. So we're gonna get up, we're gonna move around the room like a train. Here we go. Find a spot somewhere in your room or wherever you are to get up and move like a train. Engine, engine number 9, going down Chicago line. If the train goes off the track, will I get my money back? Engine, engine number 9, going down Chicago line. If the train goes off the track, I won't get my money back. Awesome, that was a great job moving like a train and good singing, I hope. Last week, you were practicing padding to 2 different things with Mrs. Zingo. Do you remember one of the things that you were padding to? How about the steady beat? Absolutely. And the other one was a little bit tougher. It started with an R. We were padding also to the rhythm. So steady beat versus the rhythm. Now, when I am padding to the steady beat, does it change? No, my steady beat stays the same. Say that with me. Steady beat stays the same, of course. So whatever speed I start tapping or padding, that's the speed that I'm gonna end. So I'm not gonna get faster, I'm not gonna get slower, I'm gonna stay the same. So let's just practice here, padding to the steady beat. You can pat your legs, you could pat your table. If you have a pot and a wooden spoon that mom doesn't mind you borrow, you could pat or drum to the steady beat with me. I have a djembe here that I'm gonna be using to keep our steady beat. So let's see if we can keep it together. 1, ready, here we go. Don't speed up, don't slow down. Steady beat stays the same. 1, 2, ready, stop. Sometimes when I'm padding, I like to go back and forth or alternate my hands because I find that that helps me keep a steadier beat. Sometimes when I just use one hand, I'll tend to speed up a little bit or get a little bit faster. So I like to go back and forth. If that helps you, awesome. If you can do it really well with one hand, that's fine as well. Now, when we are padding or drumming to the rhythm, does it stay exactly the same the whole way through? No, the rhythm is the part of the song that changes. Usually the rhythm lines up with the words. So if I were humming or thinking of the song in my head, the notes would line up when I'm tapping the drum. So for example, if we wanted to drum the rhythm or tap the rhythm to Engine, Engine number 9. Engine, engine number 9, going down Chicago line. If the train goes off the track, will I get my money back? Engine, engine number 9, going down Chicago line. If the train goes off the track, I won't get my money back. The rhythm of the song is not going to stay the same. There's lots of different notes, short notes, fast notes, long notes that kind of make up our rhythm. So steady beat is what stays the same. Rhythm is always changing. If you're still struggling between rhythm and steady beat, I'm going to ask you to pause the video and rewind. That way you can practice with me one more time. Now we're going to make things a little bit tougher. We're going to try to sing Engine, Engine number 9 while we pat the steady beat. So my singing is not going to always necessarily line up with my drumming, right? Because my hands are going to keep the steady beat and my mouth is going to be singing the song. So if you're a little bit confused as we're going, that's okay. You can watch me do it the first time and then you can try to join in with me. So remember, hands are doing the steady beat, not changing, and I'm going to be singing the words. Ready? 1, ready, here we go. Engine, engine number 9, going down Chicago line. If the train goes off the track, will I get my money back? Engine, engine number 9, going down Chicago line. If the train goes off the track, I won't get my money back. Awesome. So my hands stayed the same the whole way through, right? My mouth was singing those different words, the different rhythms. Now we're going to sing and drum the rhythm. So this time through might be a little bit easier. My hands should be doing exactly what my mouth is doing. So every time I'm changing a note with my mouth, my hands are changing a note as well. So we're going to sing it again. This time we're going to drum or pat the rhythm. 1, ready, here we go. Engine, engine number 9, going down Chicago line. If the train goes off the track, will I get my money back? Engine, engine number 9, going down Chicago line. If the train goes off the track, I won't get my money back. Awesome job, first grade. Thank you so much. Now, I want you to think just for a second. Was it easier for you to pat to the steady beat where it never changed, it stayed the same? Or was it easier for you to pat the rhythm where every time we were changing a word, we were also tapping our drum or our table or our lap? Which one was easier, the beat or the rhythm? There is no right or wrong answer. You could have picked either answer and you would be correct. A lot of times, some friends who are really good at keeping a steady beat just like that it stays the same and never changes the whole way through. If you're someone that maybe struggles to keep a steady beat, you might really like doing the rhythm because every time I change my words, I clap along. Right? So my rhythm changes the whole time. So no right or wrong answer. Some people prefer the beat and some people prefer performing with the rhythm. Now, if you were drumming along with me for the beat and the rhythm and you were still feeling a little bit confused or maybe struggling to stay with me, that's okay. Usually in class, we do this a couple times through for lots of practice. So if you're still struggling a little bit, why don't you pause the video, rewind just a tad, and then do it with me one more time for some extra practice. Okay, hopefully if you needed a little bit more review, you rewound the video so that you could get maybe 1 or 2 more practices in. Now we're gonna make things a little bit tougher. I'm gonna perform either the beat or the rhythm, and you're gonna have to try to guess which one it is. So I'm gonna perform a couple seconds here for you, and I want you to think, is it staying the same? It must be the beat, or were those notes different and it did not stay the same? In that case, it would be the rhythm. So let's do a little practice here. Am I playing the steady beat or am I playing a rhythm? Here we go. Was that staying the same like the beat does, or was that changing like the rhythm does? That was staying the same. That was an example of a steady beat. Okay, let's try another one. So same beat changes rhythm. Did that stay the same like a steady beat or change like a rhythm? Absolutely, that changed. It was a rhythm. And the rhythm I was thinking of? Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. I thought that might be a rhythm or a song that a lot of people might know, so that's why I picked it. Also, my son loves to play Jingle Bells on our Alexa app. He always says, Alexa, play Jingle Bells. So that's why I thought about that song. How about another example? Did that stay the same like a steady beat or change like a rhythm? That was another example of steady beat. Steady beat. My notes didn't change. Everything stayed the same. I didn't get faster or slower. Let's do one or two more. Was that changing like a rhythm or staying the same like the steady beat? That was another example of steady beat. Now, my beat went a little bit faster, so I don't want you to be confused and think, oh, it sounds fast, it must be rhythm. Not all rhythms are fast, and sometimes the steady beat can go fast. So that was an example of a steady beat. I just performed it a little bit faster. Okay, how about one more? Was that the same the whole way through, like the beat, or were there some notes that changed, like a rhythm? That was an example of a rhythm. The first couple notes stayed the same, but if you were listening carefully towards the middle there, it had some notes that were changing. Did you recognize that rhythm? That was our rhythm for the song Grizzly Bear, which you've looked at in previous weeks. Listen to that one again while I sing the words so you can listen and make sure that it's a rhythm. Grizzly bear, a grizzly bear is sleeping in a cave. Please be very quiet, very, very quiet. If you wake him, if you shake him, he gets very mad. Awesome job with steady beat versus rhythm. We're going to continue to review that in the coming weeks. So if you're still a little unsure about what each one of those is, or if you have a hard time hearing a difference, that's okay. We're going to keep reviewing them. The last couple classes, we have been talking about musical opposites. So words in music that are opposite when we're talking about a piece of music. Can you remember any of the opposites that we've looked at so far? Absolutely, we've talked about loud and quiet. Sometimes music teachers will use the words loud and soft. That's okay too. We've talked about high and low. And we've also talked about fast and slow. We're going to take a look at some examples now. So I'm going to play a little bit here on my piano, and you're going to tell me if you're hearing high sounds or low sounds. We're going to do a couple of examples here. So again, this is high or low. Was that high or low? That was a high sound. Absolutely. Let's do another high or low. high again, of course. How about this one? Oh, that was definitely low sounds. Awesome. Let's move on. We're going to talk now about fast or slow. Fast or slow. So are you hearing fast moving sounds or are you hearing slow moving sounds? That would have been slow. Slow. How about this? That would have been our fast example. How about this one? Were those notes moving fast or slow? That sounded pretty fast. One more. That was slow. Slow. Okay, let's look at our last musical opposite. This would be loud or quiet, or loud or soft, depending on who your music teacher is. So are you hearing loud sounds or quiet sounds? That was definitely a loud sound for sure. How about this example? You might have had to turn your volume up a little bit because that one was very quiet. And there's nothing wrong with your computer. I was just playing very quiet for you. How about another example of loud or quiet? That was another example of quiet. And how about one more for our listening practice today? That was definitely a loud example. Hopefully you were able to identify all of our musical opposites in this practice. High and low, fast and slow, and loud and quiet. I hope you had fun today, first grade, reviewing all of our musical opposites. And if you were looking for something else to do, maybe you have a little extra time before your next Zoom lesson, you could look around your house and see if you could find things that match up with our musical opposites. So for example, loud and quiet. You could find something in your house that makes a really loud sound and something in your house that makes a really quiet sound. Now, sometimes high and low can be tough. You can look for things that make a high sound or a low sound. Like for example, my dishwasher, when it's done, it makes a very high, annoying beep, beep, beep sound, letting me know that I need to unload my dishes. Or you could simply look for things in the room that are high towards the ceiling or look for things that are low towards the floor. And then same thing with fast and slow. Find something in your house that moves really fast or really slow. And depending how you're moving on a particular day, it could be you. Maybe you're moving fast one day and slow another. Also, we're going to review rhythm and beat next time as well. Have a great rest of your day, first grade. Bye.